Hello vlog. So yes, unfortunately this is how I look like at the moment. But before I tell you the story behind this beautiful left eye of mine, let me just show you what we have been up to in the last couple of days. So we are in our favorite thrift shop in Haflong, and I found this really nice shirt with a very nice print. Now we'll try to bargain. Okay, I'm getting another one. Okay, so I bought two shirts, 200 rupees, which I think is a very good deal.
Sorry.
We are inside this narrow lane of shops in the middle of Haflong Bazaar, where you can find a lot of shoes and foreign clothes. It's very rainy, and now I'm going to cross the great flood of Haflong. So my car is making some rattling noises. I don't know what is the reason. So I'm getting it checked. It seems like there is something wrong with this.
सामान लागने से तो गुवाहाटी बेचने लगे ना, नहीं बोलने से तो
हाँ.
तो सामान तो लेके गए तो 2 दिन नहीं से लगेगा.
Exciting.
दिखाओ. बाप रे.
Not just this, you're like.
So I'm going for a new haircut today. और मेरा हेयर स्टाइलिस्ट है आपू ठाकुर. तो कुछ कर दो आज मतलब. This is my new hairstyle. Thank you. Okay, so now the story behind this eye of mine. So 3 days ago, me and 2 of my friends were on our way to Umrangso town. Umrangso is around 5 hours away from Haflong. We were going to Umrangso for a tourism related project that we were working on. So as you can see, it had been raining for quite some time in and around Haflong, and so whenever it rains, this is what happens to our road. So we started out early in the morning at around 5 a.m. We had hired a taxi, a Tata Sumo. So here I tried to make an animated video of what happened that day. So after like traveling for around 1.5 hours, we reached a curved road, and the driver suddenly decided to smash into a hill slope. So this is how our taxi looked like. There were 4 people sitting in the front, 4 people in the middle row, and 4 more people in the back row. And here I was sitting in the middle row. When we approached that part of the road, I was actually sleeping. And yes, when we made the impact, I bumped my head into the upper part of the window, and then I got this huge swelling immediately. And then we were stuck on the road. Our vehicle was not in a position to take us back to Haflong or anywhere else. And then we waited, and then luckily we found a bus which was going to Haflong, and then there were no seats, but then we had no other option. So the bus was full, but luckily I managed to find some space near the driver. As soon as I reached Haflong, I immediately went to the hospital. My head had started hurting a lot. The lump was getting bigger in size. After I reached the hospital, I met the doctors. Luckily, some of the doctors are my friends from high school, and they immediately took me to the CT scan chamber, and then they scanned my head. After that, I was admitted to the hospital. They kept me under observation, and I had to take some medicines. So I stayed there for around 8 hours, and then I got discharged later in the evening at around 8 p.m. Luckily, I did not sustain any major injuries. Everything happened outside the skull. So my head was still swollen, and now slowly I'm developing a black eye. The doctors tell me that I'll be fine in a couple of days or maybe a little more than a week. Yes, I was very lucky to survive this. So next time I'm taking a taxi, I'll be very, very careful. I probably won't be taking a taxi in this route for a very long time, and I'll make sure that I do not go to sleep whenever I'm in a taxi. So yes, this was a not so interesting story about how I got this black eye and this swollen head. Bye bye.